tune percussion. So grip wise, you can start with something very similar to your snare drum grip. Thumb, first finger wrap round, and those fingers there, they're gonna grip, not really tight. We don't tend to let them go on tune percussion. I'm not quite as tight as I am with the snare drum, but I'm holding it with all those fingers, and I'm going to use my wrist to go up and down. Very important, no fingers on top. It looks rubbish, it's bad technique, you'll end up getting press strokes instead, and if you catch it and your finger bends back, you're going to hurt yourself. Wrap that finger around, you'll get a great sound, and you'll look good doing it too. Okay, if you remember, there is a sweet spot in the note that sounds good when you hit it, and there are some dead parts, and that's where the string goes through, the node of the note. Avoid where the string goes through the note and hit in the centre as much as you can. Okay? When you've got a faster passage that involves black notes, the other second best alternative to hitting in the centre of the note is to hit on the very edge of a black note. Okay? But the centre is better. Definitely avoid that note because it's just got no resonance to it at all. Okay? Now, I've worked with some of you on the faster passages, and we've looked at your strokes. Now, ideally, and this applies to everybody, your starting position will be here, not here. Okay? The reason for that is if you start here, then the first thing you've got to do before you hit the note is lift your stick up. Then you're going to hit, then you move, then you do it again. And there's a lot going on there, and it's quite hard to play fast. Now, if you can start here, the first thing you do is you go down to hit the note. And what you can then do is you can use the up to bounce you into position for the next one. And it's much easier to play quicker. Okay? So these are called piston strokes, where you go down and up, rather than coming up, down, across, up, down, across. So get into the habit of starting there and going down first and then returning, and you'll be setting yourself up for later on. Okay, rolling, nice and simple, in the centre of the note, neat and tidy, single strokes. And we just need to make sure that we are playing fast enough notes that it doesn't sound like a rhythm. So it sounds like the long sound we're trying to create by lots of short sounds. Dynamically, you're going to use a bit more height to play louder and a little bit more weight in your arm, similar to timpani. And the last thing to consider in your tune percussion pieces is your sticking. Again, similar to timpani really. It's just which is the best way to get from where you are starting to where you want to be. Is it best to start on your right hand, or is it best to start on your left hand? And ideally you want as much as possible to be avoiding doing two notes at once with the same hand and going alternately around the instrument. So you might want to try a phrase starting with the left and then starting with the right and see which works best to get you from where you are to where you want to be. And then at the very beginning of that phrase, just write yourself a little note. Again, with tune percussion, feel free to get in touch and ask for something else, but I hope that sets you up for now.